right, so here he is, the man they call Biggie Boy, and the first native of little Suriname to cross into the UFC. Heavyweight contender and a bona fide one at that, Jairzinho Rozenstraick. Outstanding rookie year in the UFC in 2019, won all 4 of his fights, all 4 of them by knockout. None bigger, of course, than that lip separation of Alistair Overeem that set up a future fight with Francis Ngannou. A lot of people feel like Rozenstruik is the future. We'll try to be the present here tonight. Well, you run out of time listing all the men that have fallen at the hands of Sergey Pavlovich. I would say equal parts power and speed. It's amazing to watch this man hit a speed bag, but he's most known for his power that has ended the night early for the likes of Curtis Blades, Tai Tuivasa, Derek the Black Beast Lewis. A lot of people liked him going into that Tom Aspinall fight. He was not able to realize the UFC Interim Heavyweight Championship, but he remains right on the cusp. The consequences of getting hit by this man are so dire, and you can be sure his opponent is well aware of that fact entering competition here tonight. All right, all the hype gives way to the action here. Both fighters have now touched down on the canvas, and we are ready to go from the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, here in New York, New York. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. To get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jairzinho, Biggie Boy, Rozenstraick. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Sergey Pavlovich.
Herbert Dean's in the building. He is the 3rd man in the octagon tonight. As intimidating as any heavyweight on this roster, past or present. Let's see how it goes early on here. For the power package, Sergey Pavlovich, this man scares the daylights out of me, DC, and he actually is able to inflict fear upon the opposition as well. A lot of these guys are sort of beaten before they get to the octagon against Sergey Pavlovich. If he can win tonight, he might find himself back in a championship setting sooner rather than later. All right, so no singlet, no problem. Beautiful takedown there, and the kickboxer better get upright or this could be the beginning of the end.
He's got to hustle, but the problem is that his fighting style leads to takedowns. Every time he throws the body kick, the wrestler is looking to grab it, level change into him, and take him to the mat. This time he timed that takedown beautifully, and now he's fighting where he's comfortable.
Rozenstruik's in half guard.
Beautiful ground strikes landed. That was nice.
Side control now.
In the half guard.
All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the
This is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling. That's exactly what they got in that exchange.
Oh, strong hook to the head there by Biggie. Just over 3 minutes to go. Big left hand lands. And again, he shoots for a takedown here. Nearly got the fight to the ground, but once again, the takedown defense holds up.
But he knows this. He knows that in order to finally get the fight to the ground, he has to be patient and he has to be committed. If he thought that he would get every takedown shot, he would not find the success that he intends to get.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning. The position of the underhook opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Keep your hands up for me. Come on now.
Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home.
Focused.
Just over 2 minutes to go. Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch. Oh, big elbow.
Oh, he scored with that uppercut.
He's hurt bad.
Takedown defense is there. Now some separation.
They're going at it here. Huge shots landing on both sides.
Collar tie here in the clinch. Out of range with that kick attempt. Both fighters exchanging the pocket here. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up. Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook. He lands a switch knee.
Under a minute to go in round one.
Here we go. Let those hands go. Give me a
Just out of range with the big right hand.
show what you got.
Outstanding kick there by Pavlovich. Oh, he lands a hook. Pavlovich gets caught by the straight punch.
This guy cannot miss the his strikes. Oh! Oh, he's stuck bad. He's got to grab him. He's got to recover. Oh! Oh, nice body shot.
Round one winding down here. Oh! Rosenstrike's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cutman will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands. His opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
Second round underway.
Nice straight punch.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Fighting from your range is so important. Beautiful punch lands again.
Rosenstrike circling now towards the left.
Nice single. Getting the mount here.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Pavlovich is back in full mount.
That was a slick transition.
Good work from the top here by Pavlovich. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Rosenstrike getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he doesn't know where he is. He's hurt real bad. That punch landed in the perfect spot.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off. Take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. He continues to land a high volume of strikes on his opponent at will.
Well, I mean, John, the guy can fight everywhere. And he can fight everywhere, meaning he can fight on the ground, he can fight in the stand-up, but he's also able to do it because his cardio is so good.
Right.
This is one of the best fighters that we have seen for a long time, and it is showing in this performance.
All right, so the fighter's able to reverse position on the ground, and now he's got the dominant position.
Yeah, what a great job recognizing that once he got the reversal, he went right to his offense. He didn't wait, John. He did a good job of while his opponent goes, oh my goodness, I lost the position. He said, no, we're not done. I'm going to get to a dominant position myself.
Oh, man, the blood is flowing now. I know a lot of you like that, but he has got to figure some things out defensively, or this fight's going to end.
He's got to move his head, John. But the problem is, now he's got the blood to deal with. He's got a sharp striker in front of him. He has got a lot of things to deal with if he wants to win this fight. But right now, the focus needs to be on the head movement so you're not getting hit in that cut.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Pavlovich.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Making all these shots count. Oh, huge pop from the crowd as the fighters get back up to their feet. I mean, you and I love a good grappling match, but these fighters came to see knockouts.
Yeah, the fans came to see them knock each other out, and that's what they're going to get. All the grappling was beautiful to watch, Sean, but ultimately, it is the striking that people show up.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands, every punch lands. He is just outclassing this guy on the feet. You've got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early.
And Dizzy as he looks to improve position here. Back mount now.
Back. Secure the hook now. Secure the hook. His bag's open. Take the bag.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC. Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burned.
Somehow, his opponent stayed up there.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
And the horn sounds on round two. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. All right, the truck has produced some replays from that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the strike that opened up that cut on the bridge of his nose.
It's nasty, and it's in a bad spot because the reality is when you can't breathe through your nose, you start to open your mouth, but the blood is dripping down into your mouth. How is he going to breathe in order to have a chance to win this fight?
Third round underway. Oh, nice jab to the head by Biggie Boy.
Stay heavy on that cut. Let's go. Hit it.
Oh, he lands another shot to the head.
Oh, that's a sharp hook there by Pavlovich.
He's got to try to finish here.
Beautiful diving strike lands.
Now he's going full mount. He's got to be careful here.
Oh, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Rozenstra. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Oh, Rosenstrik's back to the side control now.
He's throwing a hook.
Nice shot lands from the bottom.
Create a scramble. Let's go.
He passes to half.
Working in half guard here, making these shots count. All right, so the cut really starting to open up wider now, and you gotta credit this striker for continuing to attack that area.
Just knowing the target, knowing what he's supposed to do, and doing it as effectively as he is right now. This guy's tremendous. Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
Scramble and go. Scramble.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Biggie. All right, so another nice strike by him there, and he continues to attack that cut. Pretty sage decision by him to target that area.
We always talk about his fight IQ, John. We talk about his ability to recognize his advantages. That's exactly what he's doing. The moment he saw that cut, I knew that would become his focus.
Fight for that wrist control.
Rosenstrik's right back to the full mount.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here. Great commitment to the kicking game.
Well, he is clearly faded in this one. I'm not talking about the high and tight skin fade on my man Daniel Cormier. He got stunned earlier in the round, and mentally I feel like he checked out a little bit.
He hasn't been able to build back and fight the way that we're used to seeing him fight. He needs to take a breath, take a moment, and get back to work.
Open up that guard. Open up the guard. Get to one knee.
Pavlovich going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions. He lands another takedown here, just doing a nice job not telegraphing his shot. Clean entries. The Olympian's got to like what he sees.
I mean, over and over, he gets to the legs before his opponent reacts. By beating him on the entry, now it's up to the opponent to keep up. But this guy's playing chess. His opponent's playing checkers. He's playing chess. He can't keep up. Once he gets to his legs, he's got to beat him defensively before he gets his hands locked around his legs or his body.
90 seconds to go in the round. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Pavlovich. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this.
Oh, he's got his back. Oh, just a merciless approach here on the ground, continuing to target that cut.
He's got to be careful here.
Trap, trap, trap.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Pavlovich. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Pavlovich is back in full mount. And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was for him, DC. And look at him walking back to that corner. He's feeling himself a little bit.
Oh, he's feeling himself, and look at his coaches. They're all celebrating because they know that if they stay the course, if they do the exact same thing, they may be able to find the finish this time.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. We had a knockdown there, but not a knockout.
No, it wasn't a knockout, but you can't take those shots. That big punch landed, and it sat him down. If he gets hit with another one of those, it might be a good night, Irene.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space.
Pavlovich is Rosenstrikes in half guard. So I'm going to hit you, and then you hit me. Back and forth we go. This is one of the best fights I've called all year.
Yeah, one of the best fights. And the blood, the injuries only add to the intrigue. It only adds to who's going to continue down the path and get the hand raised. Both of these guys are so tough. They really have laid it on the line.
Shot blocked by Rosenstrike. Oh, that swelling has essentially rendered him a one-eyed fighter, and to that end, the referee has paused the action. He calls for the ringside physician.
And here comes the doctor. The doctor's going to take a look at him, check out the swelling, give him the old finger test to see if he can see his opponent in front of him and decide whether or not he can continue.
All right, we'll see if the doctor allows the fight to continue. It looks as though he will. Crowd loves it when the doctor lets the fight continue, don't they?
I love it. I love it when he lets it continue, especially when you have a fight that has been as fun as this one to this point.
All right, so some pretty significant adversity here, but the fight is going to continue. The doctor has left, and the ref gets us back underway.
Gets us right back underway, and it doesn't seem...
Strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Mixed martial arts, folks. This is absolutely crazy. Both fighters dealing with critical damage. There's blood everywhere.
Fans, stand up and give applause to these two men who are laying it all out on the line in the octagon tonight. Both dealing with cuts, both critical, but both unwilling to take a step back for your entertainment. Great time on that double leg.
Well, at this point, I would use the word critical to describe the condition of that eye. Not looking good, champ.
No, he's beat up. He's been battered, he's been bruised. He got cut early in the fight, and you understood that if he didn't change something, it would get much worse. He didn't change anything, and now we're here.
There you go. Look for the shot.
Oh, here comes the kick. That one blocked by Pavlovich.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Stay in control. Relax.
Missed on the right hand. Just over 2 minutes to go. Well, he had a lot of success with his takedowns in the previous round, and there it is again. So the adjustments in the opposite corner have not been made.
Has not paid dividends. Once again, he finds the angle, he gets to the leg, and he scores another takedown. Great job by this guy.
Vision is compromised, there's no doubt. Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Pavlovich. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Rosenstrike's in half guard now. Continuing to work out of the half guard.
Changing the position.
All right, side control now. Rosenstrike's cut on his nose is just pouring blood at this point. Pavlovich is right back to the full mount here. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Oh, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
And there's the buzzer indicating the end of round 4. Well, what a war of attrition this fight has been. Both fighters dealing with cuts, critical damage in the facial area. Something's got to give at some point.
Yeah, these are the types of fights that we love. These guys are leaking everywhere. They're both trying to finish this fight. They're very evenly matched, and you can see it in the competition, but you can also see it in the damage that they're both showing.
All right, back to the stools we go. Offensively, a lot to like from him, but on defense, he hasn't been able to stop anything tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be the whole game, though, John. He's got to be willing and able to do everything. He's done a good job on the offensive side, but he has not defended well, and now he's dealing with that nasty cut. That cut is going to be an issue as the fight goes forward. He's got to change something.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. Oh, timely hook. Rozenstraic gets caught with that punch. Pavlovich is really bleeding now. That cut is only getting worse. Hook shot lands.
Big double leg, double team.
Rosenstrike's cut is only getting worse, making a nice donation to the canvas tonight. Print the shirts, ground and pound.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Pretty good work with the strike there from bottom position. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to take it for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
Rosenstrike's eye is closing up. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here. Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going low and jump right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
Well, that overhand, big weapon for him throughout his career. It's been there all night. Look for him to go back to it here. Actually, the referee has called for the doctor. This could very well mean the end of the fight.
Yeah, the fight's over. There's too much damage. This fight needs to be done.
Well, the doctor doesn't care about your feelings there. That's the end of the fight. And again, when you talk about fighting in the future, you gotta have an athlete's health in mind. I know you hate to see it.
Yeah, well, you had an idea, right? The cut's in a bad spot. You knew there was a possibility. Unfortunate that it ends this way.
All right, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight. Declaring the winner by TKO, Jairzinho, Biggie Boy, Rozenstraik.
All right, well, they will be talking about this result deep into next week. A huge knockout for one of the better kickboxers in this division, and really...